Hey everybody, I'm Steph.
Hi, Michael.
Today we have our top 10 games that we learned in March 2024.
Yep. And it's been, I got to say, it's been a really busy month
It's been so busy.
where very few games were played.
Yeah, it's been
So, 2 conventions, but you played all of your favorites.
Yeah, so in March it's my birthday, so I want to try and play all of like my classic favorites that I don't normally get to play throughout the year. So I get to play games like Dominant Species or Fields of Arl or things that I just don't get to play. So
Games that make your top 10 of all time, not
Right.
just March.
Or
Right?
just like favorites. So I try not, sometimes you just need a break from learning stuff. But there's, we're in the process of a very large move.
A very large move.
So we've been extremely busy moving 1 million games up and down, up and down, up and down. This is me. So no chance to play them, just move them.
Yeah. So we have been taking over carloads of games. And
By we, you mean me.
Because one of us has a job.
Yeah.
A full-time job. Steph gonna get so buff.
Yeah, that's right.
We do actually have a workout room.
I feel it.
We have a workout room in the new house. Now, you might think, oh, these guys got a palace. No, it is a little small workout room off the living room.
Yeah.
That we thought about making our streaming room.
Yeah.
Or your shipping room.
Yep. But right now it's just completely.
But I think it's too small to be your shipping room.
Completely, entirely full with board games.
And that is all the board games are in that workout room.
You check out my Instagram, you'll see tons of videos and pictures. So if you want to see,
make sure to follow Board Gamer Steph on Instagram.
That's right.
And is it under Board Gamer Steph?
Yep.
There you go. So Tennessee Game Days, I don't get to play games because I get to guard the
night
stacks.
shift.
I'm working the night shift, guarding the stacks of games and telling people where to pay.
That's right.
And people actually, I did sell a few on Saturday. But anyway, that means I'm not playing games with Steph. And then your second convention is in the Northeast, and I did not go.
No.
And so that's another week.
Yep.
That we don't get to play games together. And then closing on a house.
And moving. Starting the moving
now
process.
In the moving phase. And another convention coming up.
Yep.
So at the end of April, things will calm down and we will get back to the normal swing of things. But I played, this is pitiful. Most people would be like, oh yeah, that was a good month. No, for us, it's pitiful. I played a whopping 16 new to me games.
And I played 21
That's
new games.
Pitiful. That's pitiful.
I know.
Most months, I never see a month lower than 30, 35 new games it's for you. Yeah. And it's as high as 90 in a month. New games.
Yeah, it's just.
Hey, Tech.
So much has been going on. So we still are going to do our top 10 today.
Yes.
Because.
And that.
I
don't want you to think that these are terrible games because you only played 16 games.
No.
I would play all of these games again without any question.
Yeah, for sure.
Pete said more new games than I played last year, and it was a down month.
I actually got that comment from somebody else as well. So it still might be a lot to some people, but to us it feels like not much at all.
Right, because you play 600 or more new games.
At this rate, I'm only at 100. So
and you're at 100 after 3 months.
Only. And
that is an average. That'll be 400 in the year if you keep that up. No, that pace won't keep up. It will increase.
We have a lot more to learn. So
it will increase. Spring cleaning. Amanda, we are also spring cleaning because we have no choice.
We have to move. So we're cleaning.
All the games are gone off the shelves other than some review games.
Yeah. So very busy over here. Should we start off or what?
Start off. And some or what? Shadow Wolf had fun at the game convention and won unmatched Hell's Kitchen. Nice. So, starting off with my number 10 game.
Yeah.
I was
a bit surprised to see it here, but also not surprised because we learned so few.
So few games. It is a game that the the mechanics have been done before and done a lot recently, I gotta say. But it is Great Barrier Reef card game from Travel Buddy Games. So in Great Barrier Reef, you've got cards with different critters on it. You're putting cards on top of other cards, and you have to cover up some things and just trying to optimize the position of all of your critters. If you like tile laying, because basically it's tiles on cards.
Yeah.
Effectively.
Yeah.
If you like any sort of tile laying optimization sort of games, then you would probably enjoy Great Barrier Reef card game.
It's cute.
Yep.
I mean, like you said, I feel like it's been done before, but it's a cute theme and it's puzzly, so it's small.
Yeah,
so.
And it's a super small box. So, matter of fact, the box that you showed, it's
probably that size. It's very small.
Actually, it looks really big when you put it next to me because it's like the game. It's a little handheld deck of cards.
Yeah.
So, super portable and worth checking out.
Hey, Stacy.
Hello, Stacy. Good to see you too.
So
your number 10 is my number 9.
Yeah, we have a crossover.
So we're gonna knock that out. Boom, right there.
All right, it is the Walking Dead dice game.
Mine's bigger. Mine is bigger.
It's very big.
Mine's a bigger dice game.
There we go.
Whoa.
I don't know. Okay.
It's going to get small friends.
So it's funny because I don't really like zombies, but it's a nice dice game. I mean, it's push your luck. We did show and play it already on stream, and we also showed and played Invincible, the dice game. So it's just a matter of
they're effectively the same game, different themes.
Yeah, there could be different cards, abilities, but for the most part, it feels very similar. And you're trying to get enough. What's it like? What's the
supplies?
Supplies. I'm like trying to collect something in this. And so you're just rolling the dice and trying to collect these cards. It's very simple. You can play with any number of people. It's just which theme do you prefer, and I think it works really well.
I agree.
So for the fans of Walking Dead, who might not be into board games, this is actually probably a pretty good choice because you get to roll dice and, crazy things happen. And
it's easy to play.
Yeah.
It's super easy to learn and play. So
yeah. So even for non-gamers, this could work.
I think with IP games, it's really difficult to find the right balance of having a game that is accessible enough to the average IP fan and yet be a good game. It's a really hard line to walk because with Warehouse, it's very much a gamer's game with Warehouse 13.
Right.
And not as accessible to the average non-gamer fan of the show.
Right.
And maybe if I could do it all over again, maybe I'd do a more intro level and then and after that, the gamer's game.
Right.
But all that being said, I think this does a great job of being a really accessible IP. So
for sure.
Because you don't want to have an IP that's it's a terrible game.
Right.
In addition to this one, at least is enjoyable to play.
Enjoy board games.
Yeah.
So.
And not the normal, $9.99 games that you can get on the shelf at Target.
Right.
Though I got to say, Target, Barnes and Noble have really stepped it up with their board game selection the last few years.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
That is my number 10. Your number 9. Your number 10. My number 9. Time for your number 9.
Right, but I just wanted to say most of these games are provided by a publisher.
Yeah, if we have not mentioned that it is not provided by the publisher, then just assume that they are provided by the publisher. But they didn't give us these games in exchange for our videos. They gave it to us because they know we like to play all the games.
So the first game you talked about was Great Barrier Reef card game. It was not a review copy. The Walking Dead was a review copy.
All of the other ones we've talked about were review copies.
Which was just those two.
All of them.
No. So the Great Barrier was not.
Great Barrier was not. I had it marked as. Okay.
I know. You had it wrong.
I had it wrong.
Yep, that's right.
That was not provided. All one of these games.
All one of The Walking Dead.
Thank you, Steph.
All right, so my number 9 is.
You barely got this top 10 together. I just got to say.
We're really prepared today. Really hard to read, but it's called Little Flower Shop Express. I don't know if you remember, we did play a game called the Little Flower Shop.
And then there's also a Little Flower Shop dice game,
which I also learned.
Which you also learned. But this is better.
I like this one better because it's very quick, maybe 15 minutes, and it's a simple card drafting game. Yeah, I take one, you take one, and then you take one. A snake drafting kind of thing. And you're filling up your little shop, and you're trying to get columns and rows of things and points. I mean, it's very simple. I did not play this. It's definitely an express game, and I liked it. It was cute. So
I did not play it, so I cannot comment.
For something that's a little small packet, very small, it's not bad. It's a good travel, something to have on you to play.
From Dr. Finn's Games.
That's right. Boop, boop.
My number 8 did not make your list.
No, it did not.
It is called Give Me the Treasure from Korea Board Games. So you start off with your character. I think there's a choice of 4 of them, but one of them I think needs to be in the game or something because it's give the first player a certain character.
That character.
You had that character. Anyway. They've got slightly different abilities, but basically it is an I split you choose sort of game, which there's been this past year has been the year of I split you choose.
There needs to be more.
No, well, I'm saying that there's been more than we've seen in a long, long time. And with this, you're trying to collect sets of things. And then I remember we played it wrong, and so I was like, no, we just got to start over. Yeah. And so we started over, and played through trying to collect. You're trying to collect runs or sets, and if you can, the longer your run, the bigger your set, the more points you are going to collect. But you've got a certain hand size, and so you can only hold on to so many cards at once. And your opponent might have taken the card that you want to collect.
That's right.
At the start of the game, you're also given a couple of bonus cards that will give you bonuses. Like if you can get a 5-card run, you're going to get a bunch of points. There is even one card in there that says if you collect all 4 ones, you win the game. And I accidentally did.
I didn't know about that card.
You didn't even know about the card.
There's no way I would have allowed for it.
No. If you had known about it, you would not have allowed it. Anyway.
These cards are terribly balanced, but I still enjoyed the game. So
right.
We'll show it off. It's on the shelf over here, so we'll show it off at some point.
Yep. It's a small box game. Boom. Give me the treasure so you can see how big the box is. And super colorful and super cute. And be sure to check out Give Me the Treasure from Korea Board Games.
Yeah. All right. My number 8 is a game we just played on stream the other day called Mixtape.
Super cute.
Yeah. It's a fun theme. So there's nothing else like it, I would say.
CD if it's from your time.
That's right. Mix CD. That's what I'm saying. And so you're trying to make the perfect mixtape for your crush with the perfect songs. And
sweet.
It is sweet. So you're listening to the radio to collect songs, and you're trying to put these songs onto the tape, and you have to manage what you're doing. And there's combos. And so you build up it's definitely an engine builder. And it's a nice little card game. So very vibrant, which I can appreciate as well.
Trying to collect symbols, trying to match up one song's mood with the next song's mood with the next song's mood.
That's right.
Bonus points.
Bonus points.
Trying to impress your crush.
That's right. It's cute.
Yep. That is Mixtape from Talon Strike Studios. Yeah. My number 7 is a cute little game. Pick up and deliver game, which is not your jam.
Not my jam.
I gotta say.
I don't love pick up and deliver.
But it was cute. It is called Pebble Rock Delivery Service. And we played this 4-player.
Yep, at Tennessee Game Days.
Yeah.
So this was not provided by the publisher either.
Oh. Yeah, so we should unmark that on the list.
You had it all wrong. I didn't even look.
No, I did say you need to check me. And this is by Skybound.
Yeah.
Which we have gotten games from before. So I assume.
BGG giveaway, actually.
Oh.
So.
Interesting.
Got it, BGG Con.
I did not know that. So, with Pebble Rock Delivery Service, you're trying to go around the board picking up all sorts of. I get what you're a penguin and you're trying to collect fish and stay away from the shark and all sorts of other things. And so, and if I remember correctly, it was like early in the month. You are doing this based on cards you've got in your hands. You're going to play cards and then either use it to move or do whatever you're going to do, and deliver things to the right little island. It's all set in like a little iceberg, South America,
right?
Antarctica sort of thing. Super cute pick up and deliver game. I can imagine kids enjoying this as well as adults, and super cute Pebble Rock delivery service.
I mean, it's definitely really cute. So I'll give it that.
You'll give it that. Your number 7.
My number 7
was this provided by the publisher?
Yes. This one is called First in Flight. Hopefully, we'll show that off tonight. Actually, it's a really cool game. I like it a lot. Now, it's a game I'll always lose.
Because it's push your luck.
Push your luck. But it's a fun like deck building game where you're trying to get all these parts to gather more glide, and so you can be in the air longer. And it is a race to 40 flight time or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
So you're trying to
40 distance.
You're trying to display your cards without going bust in a way that you might find in Mystic Vale or the Living Forest. So you have, if you hit so many malfunctions in your plane, you're gonna go down.
Like with Mystic Vale, the corrupted
so
cards or whatever.
You want to try and not do that, but you get abilities and things that will help you avoid such collisions, and so you're trying to build up those and maybe gain some your friends will help you out, and so you
have to recruit friends.
Yeah, and so it has a Tokaido-like style movement around the board, and you kind of go through this 4 times.
Yes.
I think there's 4 rounds.
4 years.
Or if somebody hits 40 points, then the game will end.
Which we did.
Yeah, you did. You were able to do that.
But not till like the 4th year.
Yeah, but I needed one more turn. I needed one more turn. So we'll see if I can have my revenge.
That's right, because we are going to play that tonight.
Yes.
The thing that I really like about this, so you've got normal malfunctions in your deck. When you upgrade, you might be introducing some sort. You will be introducing, if you upgrade normally, you will introduce what's called advanced malfunctions, right?
Yeah.
You don't get to know what those malfunctions are until you take it up in the air and go, oh, wait a second. This is heading toward the ground. And so after you've taken your flight and you put your plane back in the garage, you can take 2 of your malfunctions, put them in your garage, and you can repair them away, but they don't completely go away. They turn into basic malfunctions instead of advanced malfunctions.
Well,
you want to still do that.
You definitely want to do that because the bad ones are bad.
The bad ones are bad.
So yeah, you want to fix what you can as
best you can.
Yeah.
But you can't do everything because it's Tokaido style movement, meaning someone is going to take something, and the further up you go, then the more stuff you're giving up in between, and the more things that your opponents can take. So I think probably the sweet spot for this game is probably 3 or 4 players. With 2 players, you have to have an AI sort of thing, sort of like you have in Tokaido.
Yeah.
So
it's nice.
Yeah,
it's good.
I enjoy this as well. And you might be seeing it again.
Yeah.
This is First in Flight by Artana.
Yeah.
My number 6 is a cute game that we played on stream. It is an adventure book, a graphic novel adventure, part of the GNA series by Van Ryder Games called Lilly Van Helsing.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun.
We played this on stream. So this one is more geared toward it's young adult and teenager. But it's still fun for adults.
No, for sure.
Where basically it's a choose your own path, choose your own adventure style adventure, except instead of having a lot of words, you've got the graphic image. And anytime you see a number, that's a different panel instead of a page that you go to in the classic choose your own adventure games.
Right.
So for those of you who enjoyed doing choose your own adventure books as a kid, this takes it to another level. And there are a lot of GNA books that were published by Van Ryder.
Yeah, they're on their series 5, and I think each series has like 4 or 5.
4 or 5 in each.
Yeah, so
this
is just really one of the 5 in like I think the 3rd season of them. So they're going strong. So definitely worth checking out.
And they are local.
Collection of them.
They're local to us, and they're still sort of local even after we move.
Yeah, I would say they're still local.
Yeah. If it's Nashville area, I call them local.
Yeah.
Like IB Games, Van Ryder.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
So be sure to check out all of the GNA series, including Lilly Van Helsing.
Yeah, and
number 6.
Actually, my number 6 is also.
It's also a GNA.
Yeah, this is Sherlock Holmes: The Beginning.
Now, the reason this is not on my list is because I did not play this one.
Nope, I actually took this on my travels, and I was reading it on the plane and the bus and all around. So I'm in the middle of this one. That you're Watson in this case, and Sherlock Holmes like, have you figured it out yet? Because I know what it is, and he's like, he's at you the whole time. He's like, well, look closer here. You're being really dumb. And I'm like, I know, but I don't know. No, but it does a good job of giving you direction and figuring out the different clues, and you could die. So be careful.
Yoda rating with a party of 6. How you doing?
Hey, Raiders.
What were you playing? We're in the middle of our top 10 of March 2024.
That's right.
And you'll see the slightly bare shells behind us.
Yeah.
We'll talk more about that in a bit.
Yep. So I definitely recommend the graphic novel adventures from Van Ryder. There's a bunch of different Sherlock ones. I tend to enjoy the other type of ones a little bit more, but that's not to say I don't enjoy the Sherlock Holmes, because I really do. So I think they're all worth checking out. Just depending on what theme you like best might be the one you try first to see if it grabs you. Like it grabs me.
Like it grabs you. Sherlock Holmes: The Beginning from Van Ryder Games. So I did not see just some guys
Correct.
Message saying, have you played Cyberpunk 2077 Gangs of Night City? I have not.
No.
I need to actually purchase Cyberpunk 2077 because I have not bought it yet.
That's right. Beyond Dead. We haven't even done much of that.
They had an April 1st sort of a April 1st April Fool's Day.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, or you could get Cyberpunk 2077 floppy disk edition.
No.
Yes. It was fun.
Let's keep going.
Anyway, my number 5, we've already talked about. It is Mixtape from Talon Strike Studios.
Yeah.
So I love the whole theme behind this because I have indeed created mixtapes for my crushes. Except that they weren't really crushes. I mean, this is already my girlfriend. So it's like, I'm too shy to actually create a mixtape for someone that I'm not already dating. It's like, here, you might want to play this. And there's a bunch of love songs on it. No, I can't do that. I'm too shy for that. I can't.
Well, that's why you never had a girlfriend. I was just kidding.
That's true. Thanks for rubbing it in, Steph. Shade. Yes. This is why I didn't have a girlfriend in high school. Not my high school move. So, yeah, now that I feel totally shamed, we'll just leave it at that. That's Nick's tape. You should play it.
Hilarious. My number 5 is one you did not play.
What? I
Called
did not play this.
Apiary. I played this at Granite Game Summit. So this is a Stonemaier game. So we'll play it at some point. You will love this game. You will love it.
Why'd you have to be mean to me?
I know. The buzz was just too much. I had to play it. But it's a worker. I get it because you're worker bees. You get worker. You're in space. It's bees in space. I mean, it's weird. You're like building out your board of hexes, and you get all these different abilities, and you got to go take the actions, and you can get kicked out of the actions to upgrade your bees, or you can just take back all your bees and get production and stuff like that. So there's a whole bunch of stuff going on in this game with lots of choices, lots of paths to victory, lots of variability. I see why people are really into it, and I enjoyed it. I think it's pretty good. And I know Michael will absolutely love it when we do play it. So
Probably.
Jonathan gave it an 8.5.
Whoa.
I know. I think I gave it a 7.5. So
We don't have it.
We don't have it yet. But I'm thinking we will. I need to give it another play.
Yeah. So what game do we have of Stonemaier's that we need to play?
Expeditions.
Expeditions.
Right there.
So as soon as we play that, maybe
Apiary
we'll be on the apiary list.
That's
Got it.
right.
So
it's good. We'll show it off at some point. I'm sure a lot of people have already played it because I'm kind of late on the Stonemaier bandwagon generally. So, but I do think that they're always worth playing. All the Stonemaier.
Please don't call them beeples.
Oh, they're beeples.
That is your number 5 from Stonemaier Games.
Yeah.
My number 4 is a game that is not on your list because you've already played it.
True story.
And I don't know if it made your list that month because that would have been in January.
In July because I learned it.
I thought you learned it at Tantrum. Mm-mm. No, you played it at Tantrum.
Mm-mm.
No, you played it
Dice Tower.
Dice Tower. Wow, that was a long time ago.
I know.
So it is Mountain Goats from All Play.
So we played with the Foobs.
Yeah. And yeah, that was a Dice Tower. So in Mountain Goats, you are trying to, you're rolling your dice and then combining them can't stop style. However, in Mountain Goats, you must stop. You can't continue rolling. You've got this one roll in order to create dice patterns and then advance your goats up to the top of the mountain. When you get to the top of the mountain, you get a point token, and hopefully you don't get butted off the mountain, because if she comes up behind me and butts me off the mountain, I go all the way to the bottom, all the way to the bottom, and then I got to climb the mountain again to butt her off before she gets all the tasty little tokens at the top of the mountain. Most points wins. Pretty cute in a small box package. Yeah. All of these games from All Play are all
tiny.
Are all this size.
Yeah, we got
this size.
That's nice. Also, it's not exactly can't stop style because you could use a 6 as a 6, and you could put like 3 3s together.
That's true. So it's not 2 dice and 2 dice, but right. It is 4 dice.
4 dice.
You could have 4 individuals if they're 5s and 6s.
That's right. So that's good.
But still, you're combining them and to advance goods.
But what's nice about that is like you have a free. You're free to do what you want with those 4 dice. So I like that. It's a little bit more flexible.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's good. It's a really good game. I like it. What number was that?
That was my number 4. So your number 4 was this was not provided by the publisher.
It was actually.
It was provided by the publisher. Of course I did.
Well,
where is it?
Technically, you haven't played it yet, so it's not.
I have not played it because you played it at Tennessee Game Day.
That's right.
So where is it?
It's on the other pile.
The other I
got a lot of piles.
I don't see that.
Blueprints of Mad King Ludwig. I love Castle of Mad King Ludwig. Like, that is an amazing game.
I don't think I've ever played it.
What?
Yeah. She's melting.
What?
Wow. I didn't know anyone that had it until you.
Here for 5 years.
Yeah, and we've been playing all the new games.
What? Okay, well,
We'll fix it.
We'll play this one first because it's on the pile.
I think I might have played Between Two Castles, but I'm not.
Okay, that's a different thing.
It's a different thing.
This is Blueprints, and I want to compare it to Castles, but you haven't played it. In any case, it's a drafting game and not an auction game. So it's not as good as Castles because I love the auction mechanic in Castles. Like that's what like I love because you're pricing things and then it goes around the table, you get last pick. And then as people buy in Castles, you get the money. So you want to price it like, oh, Michael wants this one. I'm going to price it a little bit higher. Maybe he'll pay me a little bit more. Or he's going to be like, nope, I'm taking the free one. It's like, now I get stuck with buying these things that I might not want. But anyway, the mind game is in pricing these things that other people are going to have the option to buy because you want their money. And so that's what I love. I love the weird.
So you get one round of being the auctioneer, and then
it just goes around the table.
Multiple rounds of being the buyer.
Yes, exactly.
Got it.
So that's castles,
seems
right?
Good.
And so you're buying these pieces to build out your castle and try and.
Seems good.
Yeah, it's really good. And as you close off the rooms, you get room bonuses. So depending on the room type, you'll get room bonuses as soon as you close out the doors with other tiles you're filling it in. So Blueprints works in a similar way, except you're drafting these cards from the center, based on like the card that you took the previous time. So it's a little weird. It's not really an auction at all. And then you take it and then you put the card underneath your little sketch pad because you can see through the paper and you draw the shape on. And they have all these weird shapes, which is really cool. I like that. And so you're still trying to close off the rooms and create these bonuses for the room types. And then there's a whole bunch of scoring things because it's a roll and write game where you are trying to do lots of different things. And you have like a lot of overlapping ideas, like the orange rooms will do similar things in both of the games, that kind of thing. So there's a lot of comparison between the two, but you don't have that auction mechanic. So while I really enjoy this game, if you don't enjoy auction games, I would definitely recommend this. So it's definitely worth keeping for those. There's always someone who doesn't like an auction game, right? So it's, for me, I love it. I still want to play it. We're going to play it sometime soon and show it on stream because it's awesome. And then we're going to play Castles of Mad King Ludwig because you really got to play that one.
Got to play it.
If you have not played Castles of Mad King Ludwig, all I have to say is why. Like, just do it.
We'll do it.
That game is a 9 out of 10 for me. It's wonderful. Wow. It's a wonderful game. So both of them worth checking out. That's
like top 10 of a year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
No, when it came out, it was all I was thinking about.
Oh, I bet. Stacy doesn't like auction games.
Well,
we won't play it during StacyCon.
You gotta give it a shot.
Whenever Stacy comes.
Auction games are amazing fun.
Sometimes.
I don't know. I love them. Most of the time I love them. So I'm excited to play more of this.
Your number 4, Blueprints of Mad King Ludwig, from Bezier. My number 3, we've already talked about. It's First in Flight by Artana. So I love Tokaido style movement. I love it when you push your luck and go a little bit too far, and then I get all the tasty things that you've left behind, but only half of them because the AI gets half of them.
It's better with more people, but even still, I'm glad they have the AI.
Yeah, they have it
because otherwise it would just be like too much.
I agree.
So I think the AI actually works pretty well in this case.
I love the push your luck. I love the upgrading the plane mechanic. It's super thematic. I think they did a really good job of implementing the first airplane flights. They've got you get to be different inventors of the the people who invented the first airplanes that were in competition for building the first airplane, and you get certain bonuses based on those inventors. And so that's sort of cool too. So
yeah, it is nice.
Definitely worth checking out, and y'all will get to check that out tonight if you're watching us on Twitch.
Check out the playthrough option.
You can check it out. And that's First in Flight from Artana.
That's right.
My number 3 game. Your number 3 game we've also talked about.
Yes. Lilly Van Helsing.
It's going to be a short stream, isn't it? Boom! We're done.
Well, this is great. I was really surprised by how much I was like, we played it on streams. I'm like, I don't know much about it. Let's just try because we'll go in it together, right? It's very easy to get into.
And it'll show off some of Van Ryder's G&A.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And I really liked the theme of this. She's like, she's like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, right? She's going around just finding things to.
Michelle and Josiah are rating our awesome friends who do awesome music. So we're moving, and when we were cleaning up everything, I'm like, "Is this Josiah's CD?" And she said, "Yeah." And I open it up, and it's got John Mayer's CD inside. I'm like, why is this in there? And
it's still in there.
She's like, because I'm listening to.
They already know that.
Yeah.
Because I was like, yeah, out with John Mayer. In with Josiah.
So anyway.
Yes.
Yeah. So welcome. We are doing our top 10 board games that we played in March 2024, which was a slow month for us.
That's right.
Because it was a busy month for us.
It's been very
slow board games, but busy with everything else. So, yeah, Bree, that's what you missed. We'll review what we've done.
Thanks for following.
Thanks for following us, SDInon or SDinon.
So I'm actually talking about. Oh, awesome.
Oh, open mic.
Awesome. Enjoy the prep. Thank you so much, Michelle.
If you guys have not heard of Orcamind, Michelle Heafy and Josiah Everhart, definitely go follow Michelle because that's where they do all of their music. Definitely, if you search for Orcamind, ORCAMIND, be sure to check them out. Where's my Orcamind?
They have all their music on there too.
They have it all on Bandcamp.
Yeah.
Definitely go do that. Orcamind. I was like, where's my emotes? Go check them out. Fantastic music.
Yeah, we love them. So, thank you for that raid, guys.
We love you guys.
Yeah. My number 3, because you cut me off.
Sorry. Lilly Van Helsing, you really didn't know anything about. I had to cut you off. Michelle and
I know. This is a graphic novel adventure book for those who just joined in, where it is basically a choose your own adventure type situation, but it's in a graphic novel format. So you're presented with opportunities that you need to choose the path in which you want to go to, and it will tell you to turn to the right page for your options. And so you're doing all this, and you have to decide on different things. Yes, exactly. Thanks. Well, it's really fun because it kind of reminds me of Buffy the Vampire Slayer because she's going around fighting monsters and you have to try and collect the money because this is your source of income. All right, put it away. Put it away. Stop.
Stacey gave it to you.
No.
You got to talk to her about that.
No. All right, I'll be done. Great.
You're making me want to just leave it there permanently. So, my number 2 is your number 2. And really, it's 2A and 2B. Because we both struggled on is this one game or 2 games?
I think it's 1 game.
But here they both are.
Yes.
Cascadia Rolling Hills and Cascadia Rolling Rivers. I think one person has described this as Cascadia Rolling. And that's That's the game. It's just the hills and rivers modules, basically.
Yeah, because there's 4 different boards in each of the games, and there are different cards and there are different dice, but it's essentially the same rule set where you are doing the same thing. It's just a matter of the rules of the board that you're working towards and rolling dice for. So I think it's great. I think it's a really great game. I like Cascadia. I might like the rolling one better. I don't know. I really like it. So
That's a hard choice for me.
I like how they do the dice situation. Yeah.
Yeah, Brent said it's kind of like how Railroad Ink has so many different versions, but they're all different mini expansions. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
It's very much
They're
very much like that.
Yeah.
Because the blue dice are different than the yellow dice.
Barely, but yes.
Barely, yes. So Stacy says we must choose because BGG has them as 2 separate entries. And I've already thought about this. If I had to rate one over the other, I would rate Rivers over Hills. Because the most advanced level of Rolling Rivers is how I would imagine if I've got my versions lined up right. The top level of that is how I would envision a Cascadia roll and write to be. Yeah. Because it is arrange them in these ways that score like the board game version of Cascadia. And I think that one is Rivers.
Yeah, but yeah.
Rivers are better than Hills. I'm a Rivers guy myself.
It's just because it's blue.
No.
Mm-hmm. Anyway,
if you had to choose by cover design, I don't know. I think cover design. I might have to go with Hills.
Yeah, me too.
So,
I just feel like the Cascadia River one I've seen before. It like reminds me of that Salmon Run game. It looks like it.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I think I like the other one more.
Yeah. So, if I had to choose
based on cover.
If I had to choose based on gameplay, I think I would choose Rivers and then Hills.
Same.
It's basically the same.
We're calling it the same for purposes of this.
Which really, I've got 11 of my 16 games on this top 10 list.
I suppose.
So that is both of our number 2s. Cascadia Rolling Hills and Cascadia Rolling Rivers. Fortunately, our number 1, it was a no-brainer this month.
Yeah.
Unanimous. Both of us had the same number 1 as she's getting them ready. It's a game that was provided to us by Cephalofair, and the game box is about this big. Gloomhaven, Buttons and Bugs.
It's very small.
Fantastic.
Very small
game. If you enjoy Gloomhaven, this does Gloomhaven in a 1-player small box pack.
Yeah.
People who complain, oh, the big Gloomhaven box is just too big. If you can carry Gloomhaven in one hand,
this would be it.
This would be it. So, yeah.
Someone asked, you need to know Gloomhaven to play this, and I'm like, no. But what they do in the rules is highlight the changes, so they make it pretty.
Rules.
Yeah, they make it pretty easy to.
If you have.
If you
haven't,
that's also
then
fine.
just follow the how to play guide, and boom, you're good to go. But if you don't enjoy Gloomhaven,
then you probably won't enjoy this.
Probably not.
It's a much lighter game for sure.
Well, I mean, so I'll give you one example. One of the rules of Gloomhaven is on which character is a monster going to focus their attention. Well, there's a whole series of rules based on that. Okay, which one's farther away? Oh, they're the same distance away. It's going to go to the one with the lowest initiative. You don't have to worry about that with Buttons and Bugs because it is a 1-player adventure. So, Stacey was really wanting button components.
You should check out Patchwork.
They're smaller than Buttons, actually.
Patchwork and Calico had buttons.
So,
those are the 2 that I think about. This one doesn't actually have buttons that I've seen so far.
We might see them. You might pick up a button shield or something.
That could be.
Because, I mean, you're shrinking.
Yeah.
And the little pieces are like really little bitty. And they have many miniatures. Microatures, you could say. Maybe I just coined a term. No. I'm not going to make it fly. Okay.
No, but I like this a lot. I think it's really good.
Indecision. Finally, discover the wonderful world of solo games. So I think you would love this.
Yeah.
Ah, not a fan of Gloomhaven. Looked right past it.
Well, I mean, like we said, it's still highly similar to Gloomhaven.
Yeah.
But, you know, every game is going to be 15, 20 minutes. So it's much more condensed. So depending on what you didn't like about Gloomhaven, this may or may not be for you. Like, it's hard to say, like, oh, you're definitely going to like this if you don't like Gloomhaven, because it's not true. Like, it might be true.
Yeah, if you don't like the upkeep and all the fiddliness of Gloomhaven, there are apps. Some of them created by our friends at Lucky Duck. They created apps that you can use with Gloomhaven and Frosthaven to help you with all of that upkeep. And there are unofficial apps as well. There's not just one. There's several of them you can choose from, and you can decide which things you prefer.
I agree that they all should have books like Jaws of the Lion, and I was a bit shocked to learn that Frosthaven did not. I was like, really?
Frosthaven is much like traditional
Gloomhaven for sure.
Hey, Time Roller, rating with a party of 7.
3 raids in one stream, guys.
That's fantastic.
3 raids in this one top 10. Can't get anything
done. Joden, Michelle Heavey, and Time Roller. We love all of y'all.
Thanks for that, Time Roller.
And the subscription at the same time. You're awesome, Time Roller. They shouldn't have the text printed in the map book. Yeah, I get it. That part of Jaws drove me crazy, says Big.
I love Jaws of the Lion.
Actually, that got you back into Gloomhaven.
I mean,
you didn't really picked it up.
I never got to even finish it, and I would have liked to. But
well, we will.
We were on a level that we just couldn't beat, so we just kind of gave up.
Yeah, we couldn't beat it.
But I really, really want to play Frosthaven. And you know what? Maybe once we move, we can have a dedicated table, just have it set up all the time. We could have tons.
We'll have more tables.
We'll have more tables. And that could be in like the stream room where we just have another table there.
Sure,
I would like to play it more.
Yeah. Gloomhaven was not Steph's jam either. And it's not some people's jam. I totally get it.
It's a lot to get into. At least with Jaws of the Lion, it starts you off with like baby steps.
Baby steps.
So
I don't know what it was about Jaws of the Lion that drew you in more. It might have just been your gaming group, because the first time you played was in the Northeast.
People don't like co-op up there, so
why? I don't get it.
But anyway,
we have Mythwind ready to go.
We both really liked this Buttons and Bugs game, so yeah, I think it's worth checking out. I think it's like wicked cheap too. So
wicked cheap.
Small. There's lots of game in here because there's 6 characters, 20 scenarios. We basically really enjoy the Cephalofair. How about that? We just enjoy Cephalofair.
Kim, it's you don't have to expend them. Just do the lesser action. I think a lot of the magic of Gloomhaven is risk reward. Do you risk? And this is the push your luck queen over here. I think it is very much an card optimization game.
Oh, for sure.
You're just trying to optimize your actions in order for the team to survive.
And if you are using the ability where you have to kill the card, it's generally going to be a very good ability that will really help you progress that campaign.
I will save those cards until the perfect opportunity to go, I'm going to play it.
Yeah.
Testing. Okay. Kim A plays like you. Risk it for the biscuit.
Risk it for the biscuit. All right. Sorry about that.
I was laughing at Kim A. Hey, Lost Torpedoes.
but yeah, I think like, there's always the basic action you could do if you don't want to kill your cards, which I totally get because
yeah,
a lot of monsters to fight.
You just got to optimize.
Yeah, the hand management
for sure.
It's good. I like it, and I want to play it more. It's just a matter of time. Moving.
Time.
Got other games to play.
Yes.
But, if we could get it going again, that would be cool. I would like to play Frosthaven. Time after time.
I was saying that the other day.
All right.
On the Smeals.
What did I do? I'm doing something. What did I do? I'm clicking wrong things.
I don't know what you're clicking.
I'm clicking wrong things.
When you play Wingspan, Wormspan, are you more likely to take a card from the top of the deck versus the display cards? So she doesn't enjoy Wingspan. I enjoy Wingspan. We haven't played Wormspan, though I'm sure it's probably similar. What do you like doing?
I would say it depends on what's available. And if I need those specific symbols on cards, then I take that card. Otherwise, that's just top of the deck.
Yeah.
Why? It's random.
Yeah, but it's like push your luck. It's like you go over something better.
It really depends on if I see something I need. Then I'll take it. But yeah, generally always blind.
Yeah. So my number 10, Great Barrier Reef card game from Travel Buddy Games. My number 9, The Walking Dead, the dice game from Skybound. Number 8, Give Me the Treasure by Korea Board Games. Number 7, Pebble Rock Delivery Service from Skybound. Number 6, Lilly Van Helsing from Van Ryder Games. Number 5, Mixtape from Talon Strike Studios. Number 4, Mountain Goats from All Play. Number 3, First in Flight from Artana. Number 2, Cascadia Rolling Hills. And above that, Cascadia Rolling Rivers from Flat Out Games. And number 1, Gloomhaven, Buttons and Bugs from Cephalofair.
My number 10 was Walking Dead, the dice game. Number 9, The Little Flower Shop Express.
You don't even give the publishers. Why don't you give the publishers?
I'm a bad person.
You're not.
Number 8, Mixtape. Number 7, First in Flight. Number 6, Sherlock Holmes, The Beginning. Number 5, Apiary. Number 4, Blueprints of Mad King Ludwig. Number 3, Lilly Van Helsing. Number 2, Cascadia Rolling Hills and Rivers. Number 1, Gloomhaven, Buttons and Bugs.
And that's our top 10 from March.
I only learned 21 games in March. But
very small number of games.
But it doesn't mean that these games were bad because we played a lot of good games too. So I am pleased. Hopefully you enjoyed the list for March. We will have a ton more in April. So I'm guessing April will be a fairly good month of gaming for us.
It usually is because when we head out to our April convention, we
get a lot of good gaming.
There was one April that we played 90. You played 90 something games, and I don't know how many I played because I wasn't keeping track.
This year though, because yes, we play a lot at the one convention, but in between now and then after then, it's going to be movement. We're in the process of moving, so everything is just crazy right now. So
the room is bare.
The room is completely empty except for all the empty shelves and few games that we have behind us today. So it's very, very stressful time, but we're getting through it. And hopefully when you see us at the end of April, early May, we'll be all set up in the new place.
Yes.
So for now, that was a very successful March top 10. So we appreciate you joining us for that.
Last stream in the new place.
I know.
The old place.
Normally we stream every Wednesday and Sundays at 5 p.m. Central, where we stream through 3 or more games. But April will be a little bit sparse.
We'll be back late April.
That's right.
Look for us in late April, and we will be back full force.
That's right.
Until late May.
That's right.
So, come join us on, check out all of our videos on YouTube at Board Gamer Steph, or you can join us on twitch.tv/boardgamersteph every Wednesday and Sunday at the end of April and beyond at 5 p.m. Central, where we stream 3 games or more every single stream. So come join us on Twitch where we play
all the games. For those on Twitch, we'll be right back.